Hey guys, it's Di, and this is going to be more like a vlog chat style type of vlog. I wanted to do a separate kind of video and vlog about our furniture shopping experience, and I'll try to make it as short and to the point, but I basically just wanted to tell you about the different companies that I looked into and talk about why I ended up settling on the set that I did and the company that I did. And also, I did not let any of these companies know that I was going to be doing video reviews or anything on the products that I chose or my experiences, so this is totally a real life experience, and I just wanted to let you guys know about my opinions and the experiences that I had in case it helps you out if you're furniture shopping in the future. So first of all, the big problem is that we have a huge sectional. It's from Lazy Boy. We got it right around the time we were married. It was very expensive at the time, and it has lasted us quite well. It's gone through a number of moves. It's been moved at least 6 or 7 times, and it still has held up through all those moves. So we've been pleased with it, except for the fact that it's so huge. We have a huge problem because we've moved so much with it not always fitting in spaces that we needed to or wanted it to. We've actually been in situations where we've had to rule out entire houses because this couch would not fit in them. So going forwards, we made the decision after talking about it that we wanted to get some furniture pieces that were a separate sofa and a separate love seat that would more easily fit into more room configurations. The big problem with our big sectional is that it has a chaise lounge on the one end, a recliner on the other, and it's not invertible, so it has to only go one direction in a room. On its longest side, it's 12 feet wide. So if you have a room that's 14 feet wide and it can only be configured like one way, there's a teeny tiny little space where you could squeeze around it, so it's very problematic in that form. So we decided that we were going to look for a new sofa and love seat set to kind of replace the idea of the sectional. For right now, we've kept it. We've moved it into our living room, even though it's not traditional living room furniture. It's working right now because our living room, we don't have to worry about where our TV is and work around a fireplace and all of that. Well, our hope is going forwards in the future, we can use whatever set we found from this most recent furniture shopping purchase to just use in whatever house we are looking at, and we don't have to rule out houses based on our furniture. Hopefully that all makes sense. If you watch my vlogs, you've seen some of the furniture that I'm talking about, and I'll also be showing a before and after tour of the room that we're redoing right now. We tested out the couch that we used to have in the living room. We really liked having just a couch set up and moved our TV along a wall, because the way that the room was configured before, we actually had to have the TV in front of the fireplace, which is obviously not ideal, even though we will never use the fireplace with little kids around. So we moved it. We liked the configuration, so I decided to go furniture shopping to find a sofa and love seat that would fit our needs. First of all, I looked online and I looked at a number of retailers just to see what I was going to consider. I did just general searches on sofas, and I also went to retailers like Crate & Barrel, Pottery Barn, just to see what they had. I immediately kind of ruled out Crate & Barrel because I'm a little bit more of a traditional style furniture person. It's a little bit too modern for me. I really love their home accessories, but for furniture, I just prefer something a little bit more curved lined and more traditional. I do like Pottery Barn furniture, but I ended up ruling them out as well. I got furniture samples for the different fabrics. I wasn't really liking any of the fabrics, and I felt like the styles were pretty basic and maybe a little bit more expensive than what I wanted to pay right now. So I ended up ruling out those two companies. The third company that I considered right from the beginning was Lazy Boy. We've made large furniture purchases from them in the past. We have a number of pieces in our house that have been through a number of moves and have, gone through that just fine. And in fact, when I initially set out, I pretty much had decided after looking online there, I found a set that I zeroed in on, and I pretty much just figured, well, that's it. I'm going to buy this set, and then no more furniture shopping for me. I'll just be done with it. So the set that I settled in on was called Natalie, more appropriate enough since my daughter's name is Natalie, and it comes with a sofa and a love seat. You buy them separately, and I happened to be looking during President's Day weekend. So they had a big President's Day sale. At this point, I really wasn't anticipating looking at any other companies. I just was planning on trying to get down to the store, going to look at the different fabric samples, because Lazy Boy happens to be one of those stores where you have to go through all the fabrics, figure out what fabric you want, and then, put my order in. I brought the 2 girls down with me, which obviously is not ideal, but it's just a situation of the different times that I have to drive to these places because of the area that we live. We have to drive to a lot of these places. They're not within a really easily drivable distance. I had to bring the girls with me. And so we went down there, loved the set when I looked at it. I just had to make a fabric decision basically, and I was looking at about 3 or 4 different fabrics. The sales associate was very nice helping me out, but when I said basically the color schemes I was looking in, she couldn't really just go to one color scheme and pull those because only certain fabrics go on certain sofas. It was just a gigantic mess. So I said fine, I will go back. I got the quote, she was very nice, but I thought this is not going to work. I had an idea of the colors that I wanted, and I figured I would go home that night and just put an order in online. I went home, it was the last night of the sale, went to put my order in online for the color that I'd finally decided upon, which was kind of a gray color. And the computer kept kicking back the sale price. It would not give me the sale price because of my zip code. At this point, I'm getting annoyed. This is after the girls are in bed. It's the last night of the sale, and their customer service is closed because they're in Michigan. I like giving Michigan companies my business, but they're in Michigan, so they're an hour ahead of us. We're in Central Time, Michigan's on Eastern. So I cannot call their customer service. And what ended up happening, for whatever reason, I could put in any other zip code in the world. I tried putting in my parents' zip codes, my husband's parents' zip codes, our old zip codes in Michigan, every single zip code I could think of, a zip code that's 5 minutes down the road. Every single zip code would work with the sale prices, but when I would put in my shipping zip code, it would change the prices in the cart to be $100 to $150 difference per piece. In the end, I probably could have ordered it and maybe had customer service adjust it after the fact, but I was honestly just so, not really furious, but so annoyed by this point. Why is my zip code the only zip code that is not working? So I ended up just saying, you know what, this is not meant to be. I'm not meant to order this furniture tonight. I will contact them tomorrow and see what they say. I don't understand why this is charging me $300 to $400 for the same piece of furniture, same fabric choice, if I live in this zip code versus if I live 5 minutes down the road that way. I don't understand why it's charging me more because of where I live. So I contacted them on Facebook the next day just to see what kind of response I got. They were quick with their response and said that they would forward to customer service. They forwarded my email. I, acknowledged that they got it, went back and forth. I told them the zip codes that I'd used and never heard anything back from them. So at this point, I'm not very happy. And to this day, I've never heard anything back from that. I just assumed that they didn't want my business, and so that was fine. So I wasn't really thrilled at this point because I kind of went into this thinking we just ended up with Lazy Boy furniture. We knew that we had this other couch that had lasted through the moves, and obviously they're a Michigan business. We moved over here to Illinois from Michigan, so it would be nice to give another Michigan company business. But that is not the way they ended up. So at this point, when I'm emailing them back and forth and I hadn't gotten a response from them in a few days, I hadn't heard anything whether they were going to extend the sale price to me. They never got back to me telling me why my zip code was the only zip code in the world that they were charging more money for. It wasn't not a delivery cost. It was actually affecting the specific product price in the cart. They just never got back to me to tell me why that was. They said that it could have been because of different distributors or something in the initial email that I got. But that wasn't kind of a good enough answer for me because, why am I getting charged more than somebody that lives 5 minutes down the road? So at this point, I just started to venture out and start looking at other furniture stores. And I started looking at 3 other places in addition to places online. And I looked at Slumberland, which is, there's a local store that I could go look at. I went to go look at a local furniture store that it's just in this general region that wouldn't be available in other areas. And then the last place that I looked at was Ashley Furniture. In my experience in Slumberland, I walked around. They seemed like they had some nice things, but nothing really jumped out to me. It's one of those stores where, what you see is what you get. You don't have to do all the furniture, fabric sample things. And at this point, after the experience that I had with Lazy Boy, I was starting to kind of think, I just need something easy. I need something straightforward. Maybe this is what I need. So I looked at Slumberland. I didn't really find anything that I necessarily liked 100%. They do carry Lazy Boy there, which is also one of the reasons why I decided to stop in there. Didn't find anything that I exactly liked. So the next place that I checked out was a local furniture store. And again, the sales associate was very, very nice. I had at least one of the girls with me each time that I stopped in there, but it was one of those stores, again, where you have to find the piece of furniture, then look at all the fabric samples, and after being in there about 2 times, I could tell this is not really what I want to do right now. Or I, was just having to wait a lot more than I wanted to, and even though the sales associate was very, nice every time she was able to attend to us, I think it was one of those situations where she just had to deal with multiple people, and I'm like, this is just not what we want to do right now. I have got to just find some other option. So at this point, I'm getting discouraged because I'm pretty much thinking I'm going to have to order furniture sight unseen off the internet, which is kind of hit or miss. I have ordered furniture off the internet sight unseen before, and most of the time I'm very pleased with it. But that's always kind of a little bit risky thing, and to order a room full of furniture without seeing anything, it's kind of daunting. So I'm getting discouraged and thinking, this is pretty much it. I'm gonna have to let go of this for a while or something. I ended up going grocery shopping the following day, which was a Sunday. I was able to stop into the last place on my own, which probably helped a little bit as well. On the way to the grocery store, I ended up seeing a Ashley Home Furniture store, and I had read a lot of reviews online before I started looking at things in person, and I had read negative reviews and complaints and that sort of thing about Ashley Furniture and possibly the quality and customer service, etc., etc. But I thought, you know what, I've got a couple minutes extra, I'm going to stop in here. I walked into the store and immediately I liked the presentation. They had everything set up in nice room groups. Everything was fully decorated up to the point where they had walls in the middle of the store where there was even like pictures to kind of pull an entire room together. And I was immediately drawn into looking things there. So after walking around a little bit, I actually started to find 2 sets that I was immediately drawn to. Like literally, this is exactly what I had in my head. The color choice on the fabric, everything just right from the get-go. This is what I was looking for. I just need a basic sofa and love seat set. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I'm not expecting this to last forever. I have 2 toddlers that are going to be preschoolers. This furniture is going to have a rough life. So if it lasts 5 years, I probably will be thrilled with that. So I was looking there and found a set out of the 2 that really I started to zero in on, and a sales associate came over and started talking to me and let me know about a special kind of deal that they have. I'm not sure if it's like a special sale that they just have going on now, if it's something they always have going on, but basically you could buy a room group package for... The entire package was a love seat, a sofa, 3 tables, a coffee table and 2 end tables, 2 lamps, room accessories like little vases and things like that, a throw for the back of the couch, and I believe that is it. Oh, and a rug. That whole room group was priced at less than just the price on the sofa and love seat. So basically what she said to me is like, if you like this set, like basically you should buy the room group, and even if you're not going to use all the other stuff, you could donate it or use it in a different room, and it's still a cheaper price than if you bought the love seat and the sofa together. So I'm sitting there and I'm going like, this is an amazing price. This is an amazing deal. I read all the negative stuff, but you know what? I don't care. I just felt like this is it. This sofa set feels right. I love how it looks. This is what I was looking for. We're going for it. So I ended up ordering furniture after looking for almost 3 weeks and going through the whole rigmarole with Lazy Boy, which I intended on just going in there and ordering the first day, but it didn't end up happening, and then looking at other places. About 3 weeks later, I walked into Ashley Home Store and ended up ordering furniture about 30 minutes after I walked in. First time I'd ever been in there. A little bit of moderate research online, but they don't have their prices or anything like that online, so you have to stop into a store to find out all that information. So what I ended up ordering was a sofa and love seat set. I ended up getting the room group package, so it came with the rug, the 3 tables, 2 lamps, the home decor accessories, and the throw for the back of the couch. And I had the delivery set up. Everything is supposed to be delivered tomorrow, which I'll be doing a vlog probably on the furniture delivery, and I'll be doing like a before and after tour of the room. So I'll be probably posting the before tour soon, and then the after tour probably after the new curtains are up and everything. And so not all the pieces that came with the room group set I don't think will be used in that room. Some of the pieces may be used in other rooms. I'm still up in the air as to whether or not I'll be using the tables in that room or a different room or whatnot. But for the price, I thought, you know what? I know that this may not be the highest. I wasn't going into this looking for the highest quality furniture. I was looking for something that was going to last 5 years, hopefully, and also something that was straightforward, going to fit in the room, and make it through at least one move. I know we're going to have to move this stuff at least once. And after sitting on these items at the store and trying them out, I really thought that it would fit the bill. So I'm excited about it. I'm hoping it works out. I'm hoping my intuition was good, because immediately when I sat on the set, I thought, this is it. And I actually even saved a little bit of money than what I was planning on spending, because the prices at Ashley were very reasonable. So I'm not being paid to say this whatsoever. They do not know I'm making this video, and I will be following up on the quality issue, because I know that I read online people having quality issues with different pieces of Ashley furniture, and I'm totally going into this. I'm not going into this unrealistic. I'm not expecting this furniture to last a lifetime. That's not what I was looking for with this furniture trip. I'm looking for furniture to last through my girls' toddler and preschool years, and then it's probably, even if I went and bought Ethan Allen furniture, it'd have to get replaced at that point anyways, because it's going to have who knows what on it at that point. The other great selling point that the sales associate told me about was they had a protection plan, which I also got for the furniture, and it was accidental protection, that they would either come fix it or replace it if anything accidental happened, like the girls puncture it with scissors, they write on it with markers, I spill a bottle of nail polish on it, anything like that, you spill a drink on it. So anything like that that happens, that ruins the upholstery, I have a protection plan that conveniently enough lasts 5 years, which was my basic goal for finding furniture for how long it should last. So I was really pleased with that. Of course, I'm always skeptical of those warranty plans, because I feel like a lot of times, you know, they're just trying to get a little bit of extra money out of you, and then it's a huge hassle actually trying to use it if you ever need to use it. But I'm just hopeful that we won't ever have to use it, and then, you know, it's there if something catastrophic does happen, like one of the girls gets to it with something that they're not supposed to have with it. I'm supposedly guaranteed to have it fixed or replaced, so we shall see. So I will be following up with my thoughts and opinions on the quality and what I thought about the delivery and setup and everything with the Ashley Home Store furniture. And I just wanted to put my opinion and review out there on not only their company, but the other companies I dealt with. I was honestly really disappointed, I think, the most in my experience with Lazy Boy, because I really went into this thinking I was going to buy from them. I really wanted to support a Michigan company, and that's just not the way that it turned out. So it's unfortunate. I will consider them in the future, but I will be probably a little bit more guarded. I won't just go into the situation planning on buying from them. I will, you know, kind of price check and look around and consider other options. So that part's unfortunate, but I'm happy with what we've chosen so far, and hopefully everything goes well with delivery tomorrow, and I'll be sure to share the progress with it in the future with you guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions, or if you've been looking at furniture recently, where you have looked and what you've settled on. I love to hear, because we're kind of in the midst of redoing some rooms around here, and I'll be sure to share all the progress on those as we go along with it. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.